Hi everyone! Thought I'd just check in and say hi. I've come for a little walk up to the woods today and it's just absolutely beautiful here. All the bluebells are out, the leaves are all on the trees, the red campion is all out and it's just absolutely stunning. The birds are singing. Now on my walk around the woods I found some really lovely interesting things. So while I've been on my walk I've been looking up, looking sideways and looking down, and I found so many beautiful things. We're so lucky here at Churchwood because there's such a variety of trees. We've got beech trees, oak trees, sweet chestnuts and larch and Douglas fir, and when I'm walking along and looking down I can find out what sort of trees I'm walking amongst just by looking at the floor. So I'm going to show you a few things and see if you can guess what trees have I been walking underneath. So first of all, what tree does this come from? It's brown. It's sort of round. It's a little bit squashed because it's not in its prime, and we like eating them at Christmas, sometimes roasting them over our fires. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it's a sweet chestnut. Now this one is a bit squashed, but when I looked up after I found this one, I knew that I was stood under a sweet chestnut tree. Now the next thing I found on my walk was this. It's a fir cone. Now can you guess what tree this fir cone came from? It's not enormous. It's not one of our giant fir cones. It's not as big or as long as my finger. And if you look closely, it's got those little seeds that look like mice bottoms and tails coming out. Do you remember about the story that I told you? That's right, it comes from a Douglas fir. Do you remember the story about the Douglas fir trees inviting the mice up their tree trunks to escape the fire? I'll look forward to telling you that story again when we come back to the woods. Now next on my walk, I found this odd looking thing. Does anyone know which tree this comes from? It's all knobbly. It's sort of brown and yellow and orange. And it comes from an oak. Now this thing is made by an oak gall wasp on top of an acorn, and it would have dropped out of the tree. It's a very funny looking thing. Now along my walk I found lots of these. So these are a pine cone, or a cone, and they grow on these sticks. And they're only little pine cones, and you see how those bits curl back and inside are all their seeds. They're so beautiful. So can you guess what tree I was walking along underneath to find these? That's right, it's a larch tree. And I love these because you can take them home and you can spray them silver and gold and make your house feel all lovely and festive at Christmas time. So one of the trees that grows in our woods is a beech tree. It's one of my favourite trees, actually. I grew up in a beechwood, and they're just such enormous giants. So at this time of year, the beech leaves are just starting to grow. And instead of pointing up, they sort of hang down, and they're really, really soft. And you see how they shimmer in the sunlight. Now I wonder if you knew that these lovely beech leaves at this time of year can be made into a lovely salad. So you can actually pick the leaves and eat them, just like you'd eat some salad. And they're really lovely. But you've got to make sure the leaves are pointing towards the floor. You wouldn't want to eat them if they were pointing up, because they'd be a bit tough to eat. But they really are very, very delicious. So look out for these lovely beech leaves. Oh, well, it's been lovely to see you all again. And I really can't wait to see you all back in the woods. Now I'm going to carry on my walk back to my house. I hope you guys are all getting the chance to go out on walks from your house. Maybe you're looking in your hedgerows, or maybe in your garden you've got some trees. Maybe go and have a look underneath the trees and see if you can work out what trees you have in your garden. And let me know. Okay, lovely to see you all. Bye! Bye!